Live from Athletic Culture Stadium in Springwater Township, Baycats TV presents the Canadian Baseball League. And this afternoon, it's the Hamilton Cardinals in town to take on the hometown Barrie Baycats. Hi everyone and welcome. Along with Julius Hern, I'm Ben Davy. First matchup of the season for these two teams, and the Cardinals are as hot as the weather these days. Winners of their last 5 straight. And with a win today, they can draw to within a half a game of the Barrie Baycats and put themselves right in the mix for first place.
Yeah, this Hamilton Cardinals team is really confident the way their season started. It's the best start they've had to a season in quite some time, and a big reason of that is the starting pitching. And we look at a guy who's going to be on the mound today, Owen Boone, coming off an MVP season, very much looking like an MVP candidate already this year, the way he's been pitching. So it's going to be a really tough test for the Barrie Baycats this afternoon. As
for the Baycats, looking to string some wins together, the run production has been a bit of a concern some games as of late, but they broke out big time against the Toronto Maple Leafs last night at Christie Pitts in Toronto with a huge 13-2 victory. Looking to keep that hot hitting carrying over to this game today.
Yeah, it's always a good reset when you get to Christie Pitts and you can start to kind of feel that the hitting prowess come back for this Barrie Baycats team. You mentioned how Nolan Macabrota had kind of cooled off a little bit as of late. Well, he really kind of brought what we know him for back last night, a huge 3-run home run. He had 4 RBI in the game. He's back in the lineup tonight, looking to have more of an impact in the middle of the order, and that's what they're going to need against Owen Boone.
Excellent matchup today on this hot Saturday afternoon at Athletic Culture Stadium. 2 hot teams going at it head-to-head, the Hamilton Cardinals and the Barrie Baycats. We'll have the opening pitch in just a few moments.
And kindly remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Mike Haggith is an alternative rock artist living in Barrie with multiple albums and singles released worldwide and concert specials running on Northern television. An avid baseball fan, he's proud to call the Baycats his team. Take it away.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Baycats and Cardinals on this 4th of July, a beautiful Saturday at the ballpark. A little bit hot, but this is beautiful summertime weather, and these fans getting ready to enjoy a battle between two of the best teams in the IBL, the Hamilton Cardinals and the Barrie Baycats.
Yeah, it's not very often where you have two teams that were almost in the second half of the season playing each other for the first time, and that's exactly what we have today. So we're going to see a lot of matchups between these two teams before the end of August, and the way that these two teams are playing, Hamilton and Barrie 3-2 in the CBL standings. It might be in for another one of those key races, down the stretch towards the playoffs.
Luis Bernardo will send his Hamilton Cardinals up as follows. Tyler Duncan, the veteran center fielder, is leading off. Brandon Nickel, the former Welland Jackfish, at shortstop, bats second. Darlin Herman having an outstanding season at second base, bats third. It's Evan McGill, the cleanup man, and catcher. Rennie Reyes at third base, bats fifth. Carlos Dominguez in right field in the number 6 spot. Number 7 hitter is Yulki Pena in left field. Jaden Brown, the first baseman, bats 8th. And the number 9 hitter, I had Jaden Brown twice.
It's Angel Guerrero.
Angel Guerrero, the DH, in the number 9 spot. Thank you.
On the mound for the Barrie Baycats, it's Juan Benitez making his 5th start of the season's 6th appearance overall. Got a little roughed up in his last start when it comes to the hits, but still just 2 earned runs in 5 innings, taking the loss against the Guelph Royals on the road last week. Overall in the year, an ERA just approaching 6, so he's got some work to do. And a 1-1 record, looking for his 30th CBL win this afternoon.
That would be quite a milestone for Juan if he can pull that off today. 6th season in this league, all of them with Barrie, 34 years old, and has been a steady, reliable right-hander for the Baycats throughout his tenure here in the Canadian Baseball League. It's Tyler Duncan to lead it off. And Juan Benitez kicks and delivers the first pitch of the game. It's a called strike. We're underway at 4:07 here in Springwater Township. 25 degrees, the game time temperature. The Humidex 34. Certainly not as oppressive as we all endured earlier this week, but still a stifling hot afternoon. Popped up, shallow left. It's the left fielder, Noel McGarry-Doyle, emphatically calling off Brandon Hernandez to take it for the first out of the inning.
Let's give the defense here for the Barrie Baycats behind Juan Benitez. It's Noel McGarry-Doyle in left field making the catch there. Kinesijo back in center. Edgar Figueroa in right. A little bit of a different infield than usual today. Noah Hull back at third base. Brandon Hernandez at short. Hayden Jaco gets the start at second base with Nolan Macabrota at first and Wandy Cyprian behind the dish.
Negligible wind today, just a very, very light breeze. It's from left to right. Opposite direction of what we usually see here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
You mentioned today before the broadcast that you said this is going to be an endurance test for us today.
Everybody, the broadcasters, the players, even the fans. The fans have the umbrellas out already for good reason. A little bit of shade, not a bad thing on a hot day like today. And the lineup at the water fountain will be long.
Oh, yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike here to Brandon Nickel. On the ground to third, and a nice glove play by Hall. Gets up, throws, it's low, and it's in and out of the glove of Nolan Macabrota. Nice effort by Noah Hall, not a great throw. And the Cardinals get their first base runner.
Noah Hull really did have some time on that play. Seemed like he maybe rushed the throw a little bit. He had probably maybe a second or two at the most to wait a little bit and gather himself, but that was definitely a pickable ball at first base. If Nolan Macabrota was able to get that one, that was a one hop on the grass.
So 1 on, 1 out. Here's Darlin Herman. And a called strike.
Yeah, Herman, a late addition to the lineup today, and it was originally going to be Trevor Nickel playing second base, but Herman, just before game time, added to the lineup and moving everyone down from the 3 spot.
On the ground and foul. As usual, Noah Hull has had to play a little bit of everywhere to keep himself in the lineup. A little first base, a little outfield, now third base today. And one of those veteran, versatile players is the word I'm looking for, versatile. You can put him in just about anywhere, and he's swinging a hot bat lately, so they want to get him in the lineup as much as they can.
Yeah, a huge home run yesterday at Christie Pitts.
Straightaway center, long way for Ijo to go. Back into his left, reaches up and makes the catch. 2 down.
Herman's been swinging a hot bat all season and really took that one for a ride going straight away center field. And Ejo had to make a really nice running catch, kind of an opposite body, having to make an awkward turn to haul that one in, but does so and fluidly.
So here's Evan McGill, the catcher. Cardinals wearing the road grays today, and a very light gray, not all that much darker than the Baycats' home whites, to be honest with you.
It's kind of the old school, gray and white matchup. You don't see it a whole lot often in baseball nowadays with all the alternate jerseys and stuff like that. So it's kind of a little bit of a throwback, so to speak.
Cardinal red letters and numbers and trim. 0-1 the count. 1-1 now to McGill. Nickel definitely a threat to steal at first. Nolan Macabrota holds him on. Here's the pitch. And a check swing. And he did not go. 2-1.
Well, for Benitez to have a successful outing today, it all starts from the beginning. First pitch strikes are going to be really key for him, and also getting that breaking ball working late in the count.
Takes the pitch, and it's a called strike. That one just cut across the outside part of the dish. 2-2.
And that's that curveball right there I was just mentioning. And if he's able to place that like he is late in counts throughout this outing, it's going to be a successful one for Benitez.
Big pitch coming up here for Benitez on a 2-2 count. Here it comes, and it's on the ground to second. And Jaco bobbles it. Hayden Jaco in the lineup at second, and everybody is safe.
That's the first error of the season for Hayden Jaco, and starting at second base for Francisco Hernandez, who was suspended after a benches clearing incident last night. A 3-game ban for him. Josh Matlow suspended as well just for today. But Jaco, not really one that you'd expect to be a third baseman, usually, or a second baseman, usually is at third or in left field if he's playing the infield, maybe first, but first start of the year for him at second.
Well, despite the big win over Toronto and how good that felt, certainly the suspensions don't feel very good, and in particular the Francisco Hernandez suspension is he was having an outstanding season. 16 walks, 17 steals, among the league leaders in both of those categories, and as good as they come at second base. So some adjustments will need to be made for the next few games to shift over and fill that hole at second base. And today it's Hayden Jaco's turn. Adam Ott, another guy who could play second base. He's played mostly third this season. 0-2 quickly here to Rennie Reyes. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. It's on the ground, foul. Another junior Baycats day here at the ballpark. Lots of kids out here enjoying the sun and the baseball. Some between inning activities on the field, which we'll get to enjoy. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. Juan Benitez finishes the top of the first with a strikeout. And the Cardinals strand 2 in the top half of the inning. No score here at Athletic Culture Stadium. You're watching Baycats TV, Rogers TV in Barrie, and Cable 14 in Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Frantz from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
First inning of play is brought to you by Park Place, Barrie's Grand Slam destination for dining, shopping, and fun. See you after the game.
That's Julius Hern. I'm Ben Davy. We head to the bottom of the first inning, and here come the Barrie Baycats under acting manager Andrew White today. It's Kenny in center field leading off. Noel McGarry-Doyle, the left fielder, bats second. Edgar Figueroa in right bats third. Cleanup man is first baseman Nolan Macabroda. Clayton Keys hits fifth and DHs today. Noah Hall at third base bats sixth. Hayden Jaco, the second baseman, bats seventh. Juan D. Cyprian behind the plate in the number 8 spot. And the number 9 hitter is shortstop Brandon Hernandez.
And it's the reigning MVP Owen Boone on the mound for the Hamilton Cardinals, coming in among the league leaders in ERA, 2.25 among starters this year, 2-1 record to show for it. Fastball heavy pitcher, but you got to watch for that cut fastball when he gets middle of the count.
First pitch is up high. 1-0 to Kenny. We mentioned acting manager Andrew White filling in for suspended Josh Matlow, who will miss today's game. He won't miss it, he just won't be on the field for it. I'm told he might be sitting next to us at some point. Base hit to center field. Kenny is aboard with a leadoff single.
On that note, we'll give you the defense for the Hamilton Cardinals. Behind Owen Boone, Yoki Pena in left, Tyler Duncan in center, the Gold Glover, Carlos Dominguez in right field. Randy Reyes gets the start at third. It's Brandon Nickel, the shortstop. Darwin Herman, a late addition, he's at second base. Jaden Brown at first, and Evan McGill is behind the dish.
It's always a treat to watch a Baycats game beside the manager, and we've had a couple of opportunities to do that with Josh Matlow when he comes up here and gets to watch his team away from the dugout. I got to watch a 22U game with Josh one time upstairs here in the press box, and just to get a chance to hear everything going on in his mind and see his reactions to what's happening during the game, and it's pretty cool. So Ejo's aboard. Here's Noel McGarry-Doyle.
Just want to correct myself. It looks like Herman's playing first and Jaden Brown's at second.
Okay, so that's the opposite to what we had on the lineups here. So a last minute change there, I guess. Good catch on that. Kenny definitely a threat to run. McGarry-Doyle, the hot hitting left fielder. There he goes. Pitches outside. Here's the throw, and it's not in time.
Ejo just in, barely under the tag there. And we haven't seen him be as aggressive as we might have expected him to be. You know, Francisco Hernandez has really kind of taken the lead when it comes to stolen bases and being aggressive on the base paths, but it's nice to see Ejo, start to get back into motion a little bit on that front.
That was a strong throw by Evan McGill, but it was to the right side of the bag, and Brandon Nickel had to reach across, grab it, and by the time he applied the tag, speedy Ejo was in there and plenty of time. Right back to the mound. Boone goes to third, and they get the out at third. Ejo overslid the bag anyways, but they got him on the tag. So the out at third, McGarry-Doyle with an infield single.
I think they're going to score that one a fielder's choice, and a smart play there by Owen Boone, because even if Ejo was able to get there on the bag and beat the throw, he still overslid third base, so it was going to be an out no matter what.
Okay, you're right. It is a fielder's choice. I thought I heard them say otherwise up here in the scorer's booth. So that is the right call. Fielder's choice for McGarry-Doyle. Ejo retired at third. First pitch swinging Figueroa to first. And they go to second with the tag. And it's a double play. How about that? The Cardinals are off the field. Boy, that inning ended in a hurry. And that'll do it for Barrie in the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless as we head to the second on Rogers TV Barrie, Cable 14 to Hamilton, and Baycats TV on YouTube.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. Side Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
To the second inning, it's the Cardinals and the Baycats for the first time in 2026. It's a scoreless tie after an inning. Carlos Dominguez will lead it off. Both teams had chances to score in their half of the inning. Cardinals had 2 base runners, and the Baycats got a leadoff single, but Canisijo was thrown out. And then Edgar Figueroa hitting into a 3-6 double play. First pitch swinging is Dominguez, and he hits this towards the gap, and a run and a diving catch by the left fielder. Noel McGarry-Doyle went all out to his left, and he makes the catch.
It's hard to say that was even a diving catch, more of a leaping catch. It's kind of desperation. A fantastic effort by Noel McGarry-Doyle. It looked like it was going to be extra bases for Carlos Dominguez in the gap, but really a stolen hit by the left fielder McGarry-Doyle.
He had a long way to go. And we've talked a lot about Noel McGarry-Doyle's prowess at the plate this season, but how about his defense?
He's a Gold Glover for a reason.
A sensational grab. This one up the middle, and that'll get through into center field. So Yolki Pena aboard with a hit. And here comes first baseman Jaden Brown.
A little odd thing I noticed here, we saw the last half inning, Hayden Jaco, he made that error at second base. He has since brought the socks back up. He started the game with the long pants, and he's since brought the high socks back in as his usual kind of uniform preference.
Sorry, Jaco you made?
Jaco at second base.
Okay. Interesting change.
Maybe that's more of a mental reset for him. But I did notice, like, usually he's a high socks kind of guy, but started the game with the long pants and going back to the normal form for this half inning.
Well, sometimes after committing an error, you need to make an adjustment, even if it's just a psychological thing like that. So Jaden Brown, the game's second baseman. That's with a man on and one out here. Hayden Jaco, another one of those guys that'll be used in a variety of capacities this season, including pitching.
Yeah, he started last night's game in Toronto, and 5 shutout innings, got the win, his first regular season win since 2021 when he was with the London Majors. Had a couple pitching appearances with them as well.
Loves to pitch, worked really hard on it during the offseason. Fouled off to the right.
Or his first start since 21. I think he had one more win with the Baycats in relief last year.
Well, he got the start in the final game of the IBL Championship Series against Welland. That was more of a out of necessity than a scheduled start for him. Baycats just ran out of pitching. To the left, and that'll go through. Past Brandon Hernandez into left field, so 2 base runners for the Cardinals here in the second. Back-to-back singles by Yolki Pena and Jaden Brown.
Well, for Jaco starting yesterday's game, it was a little bit of a fill-in situation as well, just not so impromptu, you could say. I know Juan Mejia, as far as Josh Matlow told me, is dealing with a little bit of inflammation, so he won't make his next scheduled start for a couple weeks because the Baycats only have 2 games on the calendar next week.
Yeah, Barrie playing 4 in a row this week, going back to Wednesday afternoon in London. So this is the 4th of 4. One and 0 to Guerrero, the DH and number 9 hitter. 2 on for the Cardinals, 1 out. Middle infield, Brandon Hernandez and Hayden Jaco ready for anything on the ground, and Guerrero taking all the way. It's a called strike.
Well, Cardinals so far have done a nice job of reaching on the singles that they just place in the right spot. Both Dominguez and Brown just finding the right hole in the infield.
One on the way from Juan Benitez. Ground ball to first. On the bag is Macabrota, but the runners advance. So Pena to third, Brown to second, Guerrero retired. And it's back to the top of the order for Tyler Duncan.
In that spot in the order, that is a productive out, considering who you have coming up now in Tyler Duncan. 2-1 scoring position for a guy who's a couple years removed from being an MVP in this league and is consistently, all CBL material.
And the speed of Jaden Brown really erasing any possibility of a 3-6-3 double play there. First pitch swinging, and it's a high fly ball to left field. Noel McGarry-Doyle takes that for the out, and that will do it. We played an inning and a half, still scoreless, here at Athletic Culture Stadium in Springwater.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp. See you this summer.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. The second inning of play is brought to you by Silo Athletics, a next-level indoor facility for baseball and soccer, featuring training programs, camps, and private events opening this month.
Bottom of the second inning, Barrie coming to bat. Nolan Macabrota, who hit a homer last night in Toronto, will come to the plate for his first at-bat of the game. Clayton Keys, Noah Hull to follow. 0-0, Hamilton and Barrie, bottom of the second inning. Owen Boone with a full windup and the delivery. Slow.
Well, it's hard to say that Noah Macabrota was kind of the one that drove the Baycats offense last night in Toronto. He did have 4 RBI and the big home run, but it was really a team effort across the entire lineup.
Macabrota had an outstanding start to the season, cooled off a little bit over the last week or two, and I think for him that was a big night in Toronto just to have that great productive output at the plate. One of many Baycats who were swinging the hot bat last night at Christie Pitts.
Well, you watched his home run back, and it was almost like he gave like 70% effort on a swing to get that one out. It was just straightaway center field. That just goes to show how much power this guy has in a number 4 spot.
The way the ball just jumps off his bat is truly amazing to see. 3-1 the count, so 4 straight takes by Macabrota. And he'll dig in here for a 3-1 pitch from Owen Boone. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Home run cut there.
Yeah, he had the green light on 3-1 right there, and that was Owen Boone just trying to get one over and brought the heat to get that one past. It was a good cut. It almost looked like Macabrota got a slight piece of it.
I think he did get a piece of it. 3-2 on the way from Boone. Here it comes, and it's on the ground to first. Foul ball. So another 3-2 coming up.
And Macabrota coming into this one, an even 300 batting average on the year. 550 slugging, which is the best he's had in his CBL career. And his home run last night matched a career high in 5.
Well, he was well above 300 all season long, so you have to wonder if dipping below 300 was sort of the wake-up call for him. And he broke out in a big way last night. And he draws a walk here.
Well, the walks have been a key thing for Macabrota all year long. That walk right there, that makes it now 8 straight games that he's drawn a base on balls. And it's his ability to get on base that's been able to kickstart some innings for the Baycats.
That's the hallmark of a team player there, able to get on base any which way, including walks, and a smart hitter with a good eye.
Well, they don't come often against Owen Boone either, especially to lead off an inning.
The Baycats have had the leadoff man aboard twice now. Here's Clayton Keys. So last inning, Ejo singled to lead off, and the Baycats stranded a runner on a double play. He stole second, and then Gary Doyle into a fielder's choice, and then Figueroa with a double play to end the inning. So that half inning ended quickly. The Baycats will try to string some hits together here and get some base runners.
Well, I think that you just got to commend the Cardinals defense. You know, all 3 outs on the bases, 2 of them on tag plays. You don't see that very often in an inning.
One pitch. And it just missed outside.
But that's something that manager Luis Bernardo has really keyed in on this year. It's his first year, starting year as the manager. He came in mid-season last year. But he told me before the games that this year I really wanted to focus on defense because it was costing us a lot last year.
Off speed, fell back to the screen.
You look back to last year's playoff series between these two teams, it was just 3 games. But the Cardinals had 11 errors in that 3-game series.
Well, you look at what that improved defense has done for this ball club and where they are in the standings, where they sit today, a win away from drawing to within a half a game of these Barrie Baycats. It's no coincidence. Good defense wins games. Baycats, by contrast, have struggled defensively and in many ways very fortunate to be where they are. The offense and solid pitching has carried them, but at some point, sloppy defense will catch up with you, and it's happened on a couple of occasions to the Baycats this season.
Yeah, you could argue errors have cost the Baycats 4, maybe 5 wins this year, and they've only lost 7.
They had that big game against Kitchener where they hit 7 or 8 home runs, but broken bat and a little flare to center field. It'll hang up there long enough for the center fielder, Tyler Duncan, and 1 out in the inning. They had all those home runs against Kitchener, 7 or 8 of them, I think, but manager Josh Matlow was most happy about 0 errors in that game, more so than the home runs.
Yeah, he said that again on Thursday after the game. No errors between in that game against the Guelph Royals, and that was just their 5th game all year without an error. You look at this Barrie team, they lead the league in errors with 36, just a .956 fielding percentage. The Cardinals are the best in the league. They've only had 13 errors and a .981 fielding percentage.
Outstanding. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Noah Hull. He's swinging a hot bat lately. 1-0 count.
Because what's happened to the Baycats often is they make an error, and then a batter or 2 later, their opponent capitalizes, driving in runs.
1-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Hull. Good defensive players are always mindful of a variety of situations that could happen when the ball is hit, and the Cardinals players really seem to be sharp, mentally focused defensively. We've seen it already in this game. That pitch is off the plate, 2-1. Owen Boone, 11 years in the CBL, 8 years with London before joining the Cardinals. On the ground and through into right field. McEnroe to second. That's a base hit for Noah Hull. 2 on for the Baycats. Here's Hayden Jaco.
Second baseman, number 55.
That was the kind of ball where it seemed like if it was nearly any other base runner on the Baycats, you might have seen the runner from first try and take third base, but Noah McEnroe didn't get a great turn at second base, and a double play still in order across the bags here with Jaco coming up.
You mentioned Owen Boone's 8 seasons in London, and this guy would have been a former teammate of Owen Boone's.
Yeah, caught him on multiple occasions, Hayden Jaco, and was Rookie of the Year in the league, his only year in London.
So he'll face him here with 2 on and 1 out in the second inning. First pitch from Boone, fastball, and Jaco couldn't catch up to it. Pure heat there from Owen Boone.
I think we've been spoiled the last few times we've seen Owen Boone face the Baycats because it's been against Frank Garces. The last 3 or 4 times Boone's pitched against the Baycats, it's been against Garces.
That is one of the best pitching matchups you could ask for. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. 0-2 to Hayden Jaco. Boone joined Hamilton last season, went 6-1 with a 1.80 ERA. Off to a great start again here in 2026. His ERA 2.25. That's among league leaders. And a throw to second, and it goes over his glove into center field. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Macabrota to third and Hall to second.
Well, that's going to be an error charge to Boone right there. It looked like he was a little bit off balance and maybe a bit rushed trying to make that throw over to second, and it cost him a double play opportunity.
Nolan Macabrota, not necessarily a threat to steal, but Boone was trying to prevent any sort of secondary lead, trying to keep Macabrota honest with a throw over, and unloaded a wild one. So we talk about Hamilton's clean defense, and sure enough, they committed an error the same half inning that we brought it up. That's a 1-2 count.
Yeah. Well, that's just the pitcher kind of hurting his own efforts in that instance, and now it forces the infield to move in here. They're all playing at or near the lip of the turf.
Fouled off. So this is interesting now because if these runners score, they're unearned runs, right?
I think it depends on how the rest of the inning plays out, but usually they would be, yeah.
At least the runner at second would be, now at third would be an unearned run.
Typically the official score would determine if they were to score anyway. Like, let's say Hayden Jaco hits a 3-run home run here, those wouldn't be earned runs. They would be earned runs.
They would be earned. 1-2. Swing and a miss by Jaco. And some confusion about that. Jaco was running down to first anyways to see if the throw was necessary. It wasn't. 2 outs in the inning.
Number 21, Wandy Cyprian.
Here's Wandy Cyprian.
So now in this instance, if Cyprian hits a single per se, I think one of those runs would be earned.
Kind of an interesting situation when the pitcher commits his own error. Creates a situation where the run might be unearned, even though really it could be attributed to him after all, right? 1-0 to Wandy Cyprian. On the ground to third. And the throw over from Rennie Reyes is in plenty of time for the third out of the inning. Cyprian grounds out. Baycats strand 2 runners. We've played 2, still scoreless here at Athletic Culture Stadium. You're watching Baycats TV, Rogers TV Barrie, and Cable 14 in Hamilton.
Jersey Mike's is sub above. Is it the premium meats and cheeses sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
The third inning of play is brought to you
Then
by
Davy and Julius Hern. We go to the top of the third inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium. The Cardinals and the Baycats are scoreless. Juan Benitez back out for his third inning of work. He'll face Brandon Nickel to lead it off for
The
Hamilton.
Cardinals, shortstop number 7, Brandon Nickel.
And Nickel had a hit in the first inning, extending a hit streak to 10 games.
324 average coming into today. First pitch on the ground to third. Gloved cleanly by Hull. Down low, makes the throw in time for the out, one away. So Nickel is 1 for 2, and here comes Darlin Herman, the first baseman.
First baseman number 24, Darlin Herman.
Herman flied out to center field in the top of the first inning, so he'll face Juan Benitez for the second time.
He leads the team in average among qualified hitters, 384 in his first year in the league. Also leads the team in runs batted in with 25.
Inside from Juan Benitez.
Everybody clap your hands.
Product of San Pedro de Macari, Dominican Republic. So much baseball talent has come out of that little village in the DR. On the ground and through into left field. It's a base hit for Herman. I remember decades ago, the Toronto Blue Jays were one of the first organizations in baseball that really tapped into Dominican talent and brought players over like Tony Fernandez and
George Bell.
So many other great players.
Catcher number 18,
Talented Dominican players who were not only solid defensively but could really swing the bat. And
It's kind of crazy to think about how untapped of a market that was for Major League style talent. And it wasn't really being utilized by a lot of teams. And yeah, the Blue Jays were one of the first to kind of get on board.
Alfredo Griffin was another one of the first that I remember. Hearing a high fly ball, deep center field. Ejo back, a long way to go. He looks up, it's gone. Evan McGill breaks this scoreless tie with an emphatic 2-run home run.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that one off the bat of Evan McGill, and 5th home run of the year for him, and really looking like a potential Rookie of the Year candidate the way his year has gone already.
27, Rene Reyes.
Rene Reyes, the third baseman. So the Cardinals get to Benitez for the first time today. A high pop-up. This should be playable. Macabrota will make the catch. Looked like Hayden Jaco might call him off for a moment, but Macabrota stayed with it and made the catch in fair territory, 2 down.
Almost looked like Macabrota might have gotten spun around on that play. It was going to be tough, going off the dirt back of first base and
Right fielder number 30,
able to stay calm and collected and make the play.
The two of them exchanged some words, and I think Jaco was there just in case Macabrota did get spun around, because that's the worst possible situation for an infielder, going back on a pop fly like that, especially when the outfielder is nowhere near in place to call you off. And Jaco was there just in case, but Macabrota stayed with it. So Dominguez, who's 0 for 1, with an 0-1 count here against Juan Benitez. Cardinals with scoring opportunities in all 3 innings, and they finally get to Juan Benitez here in the 3rd.
Dominguez was so key to the Cardinals' success last year. It came over, just partway through the season, and kind of powered the group to first semifinal appearance in years. Ended up losing to these Baycats in 3 games, and at least so far, he's almost besting himself.
And a strikeout to end the inning as Dominguez goes down, and that will do it for the Cardinals, but not before Evan McGill puts them on top. 2-0 Hamilton as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium on Baycats TV, Rogers TV Barrie, Cable 14 Hamilton.
I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you desire.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. It's the third inning of play, and it's brought to you by Render 3D Quick, the #1 architectural 3D rendering company in Canada, working with thousands of builders, developers, architects, and more.
That is the voice of our Junior Baycats announcer. I understand there's 2 of them today, so Rob Daniels gets 2 innings off.
Lucky guy.
We've got a double Junior Baycat announcer today. And the first pitch from Owen Boone, hit on the ground and past first base into right field. Leadoff single for the #9 hitter, Brandon Hernandez, and here's Kinesi Joe.
You know, I talked to Brandon Hernandez a little bit before the game today. Asked him, you know, how he's finding hitting in the #9 spot, because it's really been working out for him. The way he's able to turn it over to the top of the order with runners on, he's been able to drive runners in so well. And you know, he told me he's kind of indifferent to hitting #9. It's just another spot in the order to him. When he came over to the Baycats, he was usually hitting in the #2 spot, and that's usually where he finds himself most comfortable, but he's fine in the #9 spot for now, he says.
Foul back. This is Kinesi Joe. Back with the Baycats in 2026 after taking 2025 off and having an outstanding season, .313. After hitting .363 in the championship season in 2024.
He's struggled in the last few games, 16 strikeouts over his last 5 games, but still looking like an MVP frontrunner.
The strikeout total has been a concern, no question. It's highest in the league. So you take the good with the bad with Kinesi Joe, but
well, he's currently on pace to break the league strikeout record by a batter in a single season.
Hard to explain, not something that we would have thought.
And that's not what you expect from a leadoff hitter either, and that's why Josh Matlow put him down in the #2 spot yesterday.
And this one hit high and deep to left field. It'll bounce foul right down the line. Had some pretty good carry to it, but just hit on the left side of the chalk.
That was that breaking ball from Owen Boone, tailing away from Ijo, and he was a little bit early on it. That's why it kept slicing further and further foul. Looked like he made good contact on it, just a bit too soon.
Kinesi Joe had 41 strikeouts in 42 games in his 2024 season. So he was averaging about a strikeout a game. Here's the pitch from Boone. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Here's the throw. The tag. And they got him. What a great throw down from catcher Evan McGill.
Yeah, McGill's had a couple really nice throws today. When Kinesi Joe, who just struck out again, stole second base earlier today, you know, that was a great throw. It was a bang-bang play, and that one was no doubt about it. Hernandez had to kind of slide around the tag and wasn't successful.
So back to Ijo and the strikeouts. 41 strikeouts in 42 games in 2024, so 1 strikeout a game. And this year, almost 2 strikeouts a game. So he's got 37 now in 21 games.
Well, also, you pair that with only having 1 walk this season, and that's where the concern really lies with manager Josh Matlow. And you know, last night moved Ijo down to the #2 spot with McGarry Doyle in the leadoff spot, and he told me pregame, you know, that was meant to send a message. You know, Ijo a bit longer of a leash than most players, the way he's been playing throughout the entire season, but still needs to send a message that you can't have 30 strikeouts in half a season as a leadoff hitter.
2-0 pitch. McGarry Doyle swings and misses. McGarry Doyle reached base when Kitty Sejo was thrown out at third in his previous at bat. Fielder's choice. Checked his swing there. They want to appeal. He didn't go.
Well, the interesting part about the lineup change for me yesterday, yes, it did send a message to Ejo. He was 2 for 5. But McGarry Doyle in the leadoff spot, he went hitless. And Noah Hull ended up pinch hitting for him and hitting a home run.
3-1 on the way. And it's ball 4 to Noel McGarry Doyle. I think it's ball 4. Nope. 3 and, oh, we had it wrong on the scoreboard, I guess. We had 3-1.
So it should be a 3 balls here, 3 and 2.
3-2 now, okay. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. And that'll do it. So we played 3 innings, 2-0 Cardinals. Baycats TV, Rogers TV Barrie, Cable 14 Hamilton.
Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
And we're back, top of the 4th inning, as the Cardinals come to the plate leading 2-0. First pitch from Juan Benitez. That's a called strike. Yoki Pena at the plate, the left fielder. And another Junior Baycats announcer doing the Hamilton half of the inning. That's something we haven't had yet this year. A little trickier to do some names that you're maybe seeing for the first time. Baycat half-inning PA announcer was outstanding, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had some really good ones this year.
Had a few extra things to say on the microphone before he said goodbye, but it was all well received.
Absolutely.
2-0 Hamilton. Bottom third of the order for the Cards. 1-2 from Benitez is low. A 2-run homer by Evan McGill in the top of the third, the margin of difference so far. We have some clouds here at the ballpark, which are certainly welcome. On the ground to first. Nice play by Macabrota to Benitez, covering the bag in time for the out.
Doesn't get more efficient than that for a 3-1 putout. Just Juan Benitez getting off the mound very quickly there. And it was a nice pick on that grounder as well by Macabrota, having to kind of charge in on it a little bit.
With no shaded seats here at Athletic Culture Stadium, we like clouds. We just don't like them if they have rain behind them. And I don't think that's going to be the case, but we shall see. We're here in the top of the 4th inning. So far, so good. Here's Jaden Brown. He's 1 for 1. Final game of the weekend for the Baycats. They'll enjoy a nice day off tomorrow for sure. And this one driven to left field. And it is a no-doubter. Noel McGarry Doyle didn't even take a step back. Jaden Brown parks one on Highway 26. Solo home run, and it's 3-0 Hamilton.
Yeah, you call that one a no-doubter, and that's definitely the right term to use for that one. It was over the Military Day sign, and that one obviously going to get across Highway 27. That's going to be a long time before anyone finds that baseball.
Noel McGarry-Doyle took a look at it and said, I'm not even wasting a step on that one. We all know where it's headed. What a monster blast by Jaden Brown. So the long ball has burned Juan Benitez here this afternoon. All 3 runs coming via the long ball.
Third homer of the season for Jaden Brown.
Swing and a miss. Hard fastball by Juan Benitez. We've seen before Benitez get burned early in a game, and then he settles down and empties the tank and can mow through the middle innings. So hopefully he'll be able to do that again today if you're a Baycat fan. Swing and a miss by Guerrero. And he gets a strikeout, 2 down. It's not like they're stringing consecutive hits off him here. Now, he has had base runners to deal with in his first 3 previous innings, but
seems to be like the home runs allowed has been really a key for these Baycats pitchers. It's been the kind of their kryptonite, especially for all the big names when it comes to, Garces, Benitez, Sano. It's been the long ball that's really gotten to them for the most part this year.
Back to the top of the order for Tyler Duncan. He fouls it off. After today, Cardinals are off until Wednesday night. They face the Leafs at Christie Pitts. Baycats were just there. They don't play again until Thursday. It'll be another IBL championship rematch here at home against the Welland Jackfish, the reigning champs. 1-1. Ground ball to short, scooped up by Hernandez. Makes the throw in time for the out. For the Cardinals, on a home run by Jaden Brown, add a run. And they make it a 3-0 lead through 3.5. You're watching Baycats TV, Rogers TV in Barrie, and Cable 14 in Hamilton.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. It's the 4th inning of play, and it's brought to you by Leahona Mortgage Investment Corporation, delivering targeted investment returns of 6 to 8% with a 1-year maturity. Learn more at leahonamic.ca.
That's the voice of Julius Hern. This is the voice of Ben Davy, and you're hearing the voice of our public address announcer, Junior Baycat, getting both halves of the inning here. Did the Hamilton half and read the sponsor tag, and now on for the Barrie half as well.
Well, I don't think this one's a Junior Baycat. I think it's an auction winner.
Oh,
that's why they're getting the full inning.
Yes, yes. Okay, so do we even need Rob Daniels today? Popped up, foul territory. And that's going to be out of the reach of Yoki Pena. Had a very long way to go. Figueroa hit into a double play, which ended any threat in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Figueroa, he had grounded into a double play in the first there, as you mentioned, but comes into this game a 10-game hit streak, which is the longest on the team.
Owen Boone with the pitch up high. Fourth game in 4 days for the Baycats. Started on Wednesday in London, a 5-4 loss to the Majors on Canada Day. They beat Guelph at home 6-5 on a walk-off on Thursday night. And Figueroa hits this to straightaway center field pretty deep. It'll stay in the park. And the catch is made in center field by Tyler Duncan. The big win over Toronto last night, 13-2 at Christie Pitts. So a chance for the Cats to end the week on a nice little 3-game winning streak and a potential tie with London for first place. The Majors are off today. So that would be a nice way to finish off the weekend for Barrie, but they're in a 3-0 hole here early on.
Yeah, it really seems like it's all the teams that many would expect are in that, the top 4, top 5 positions in the league, and they're all within a couple games of each other too, which is going to make the last half of the season really exciting.
Certainly will, and it's going to make these head-to-head matchups so crucial. The Baycats have been unable to beat London so far this year. The Cardinals have absolutely dominated the London Majors, especially in their last 2 games. A couple of big blowout wins. That's hard to explain how one team, you got 2 teams on the field here today, and London obviously a very good team, and one has had nothing but success against them. The other one hasn't been able to beat them at all. 1-1 pitch. Macabrota got a piece, fouled it off at home plate, 1-2. Cardinals beat London 11-1 on Tuesday and 11-0 on the road on Sunday. So 22-1 over London in a home-and-home series. Macabrota swings and misses. And he's down swinging.
Well, after that, the Baycats played London on Wednesday, Canada Day, and that was really their opportunity to try and make some ground and get back into first place, but that extra innings loss kind of put Barrie behind the 8 ball, and now they're playing catch-up the rest of the week.
Josh Matlow might want to have a conversation with Luis Bernardo over there and say, is there anything you know about that London team that we don't? We could use any information you can give us. It's really crazy. This is Clayton Keys, the designated hitter. A fastball driven down the line. Foul. 1-1 the count. Hamilton also had a big 4-3 win over Welland last night, so they are knocking off the top dogs.
Yeah, that was a very close game in Hamilton. It really came down to the last couple innings.
If you can have that kind of regular season success, though, against the dominant teams in the league, that gives you a whole lot of confidence going into the playoffs, and maybe something that the Cardinals have been lacking as far as postseason outcomes the last few years. Maybe that'll be a little different for them here in 2026.
I think something you can look at with both of these teams, and that's kind of different to the rest of the league for the most part, is not a whole lot of roster changes so far this year between either of these teams. For the most part, since the beginning of the year, it's kind of all been set already, and everyone's happy in their place and performing.
Swing and a miss by Keys, and McGill did the throw around. He didn't know there was 2 outs, I think. In any event, that does it. 3 up, 3 down go the Baycats for the first time. I guess the second time today if you include the double play. To end the first, in any event, we've played 4. It's 3-0 Hamilton. You're watching Baycats TV, Rogers TV and Barrie, and Cable 14 in Hamilton.
Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Mike's is sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Top of the fifth inning at Athletic Culture Stadium. I'm Julius Hern. He's Ben Davy. It's a 3-0 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals so far through the first four. It'll be Brandon Nickel to lead things off against Juan Benitez. First pitch is up and in. If you're just joining us, it's been the long ball that's put the Cardinals up in front. Evan McGill, a 2-run shot, followed by Jaden Brown, a solo home run in the fourth. Also on the ground to third, it's off. Looked like the foot of Noah Hall boots it into left field. That'll be the second error charged to the Baycats and leadoff base runner for Hamilton.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about errors in this ball game, and again, a ground ball to Noah Hall that he just had trouble with. Hard hit ball, but glove was right there. Just couldn't field it. So we're less than an hour into this game, and you're getting to call your innings already. How about that?
Yeah, it's been a fast one.
Yeah, I actually forgot that you were on the mic at the top of the fifth. You just started talking. I'm like, oh yeah, Julius. Here we go.
Well,
fifth inning.
That was just pitch 53 for Juan Benitez. Owen Boone's at 55 through 4 innings. Runner goes. That one's shot into right field. That's down in a fair ball. Rounding second is Nickel. It's into the corner. It's going to be a tough play for Figueroa. He's going to have no chance at Nickel. It's an RBI double for Darlin Herman.
And this Cardinal dugout is fired up. Clutch hitting by Herman, getting that runner in all the way from first, Brandon Nickel. What a start to the inning for the Cardinals.
Second hit of the game for Herman, and tough start to the inning for Juan Benitez.
For some reason, the field just automatically got invaded by about a half a dozen seagulls, probably more, probably 8 or 10 of them just started swarming the field. I don't know if somebody threw some French fries out there or something, but...
Well, the concession stand's been very busy today, to say the least.
That sort of added to the chaos on that hit.
There's a high fly ball in the deep left center field. It's going to hang up for Noel McGarry-Doyle. Tagging from second is Herman, and he'll slide into third safely just in front of the throw. So productive fly out there for Evan McGill. That's the first out here in the fifth.
And the second hard hit ball off Juan Benitez in as many at-bats. A deep fly ball. You have to wonder if he's starting to run out of a little bit of steam, although his pitch count only in the mid-50s, so he's definitely capable of going a lot farther than this. What is going on with these Seagulls?
Yeah. Reyes whiffs on the first pitch by Benitez. I'm not sure if you noticed this, but when I got here, the Dana Diamond, which is just across the parking lot from the stadium here at the Barrie Community Sports Complex, that's where a lot of the high school teams will play during the high school season. That was just flooded. There were maybe dozens and dozens of seagulls on that field when I got here.
I did notice it, and I was thinking it was hundreds. I mean, it looked like a convention of seagulls out there. I don't know what they were looking for, but I think they knew it was game day and they were ready to pounce on any leftover food. But I mean, we usually start to see this late in the game when fans leave, and there's little morsels of popcorn and French fries in the stands, but for some reason they just all of a sudden just made an appearance and were flying around the field too.
Yo, to Reyes, swing and a miss, and it looks like it was a foul into the ground instead, so he'll stay alive. And there's a really good crowd here today too, so whatever the Seagulls are going to get left over, it might be a feast for sure.
None of them have left though, so.
Saturday afternoons here at Athletic Culture Stadium, typically the best attended games for the Baycats at home.
We don't want a Randy Johnson moment on the field, that's
no.
for sure.
0-2 the count here on Reyes. The infield in for Barrie with 1 out, a runner on third, and that runner is Darlin Herman. The 0-2 just missed low. Cyprian did his best to try and frame that up, but it's a 2-1 count now.
A little surprised that you might bring the infield in, down by 4 runs, but they're treating that runner at third very important. Maybe they'll try to make a play at the plate on anything hit to the infield, but then you open up a lot of space for Reyes to hit one through.
I think at this point, if you're the Baycats, you can't afford to let another one cross, which is now a 4-run deficit. That would be the 5th. Here's the 1-2. Just outside again. Benitez missing by inches. And Reyes is worth the count 2-2. Carlos Dominguez on deck. It's a 4-0 Cardinal lead. 2-2. On the ground, tough play. It's past diving Hernandez and Hall into left field. Herman comes in to score. It's 5-0 Hamilton.
Well, you take your chances and bring the infield in, and that's what happens. That would have been a routine ground ball if everybody was playing back. Some good hitting by Reyes as he finds a hole on the left side.
Well, I don't know if you noticed this as well, but Herman was just kind of waiting at third, making sure that ball got through. As we got an mound visit here from Brad Grieveson. Usually this would be Andrew White, but White, the acting manager today, as we mentioned, Josh Matlow suspended for this game.
Brad's a little harder to recognize these days. Have you noticed?
Yeah. So he pitched last night, and I was thinking that was his first appearance since he trimmed up the beard a little bit.
Looking good. He's in great shape. And you mentioned the beard trim. That is the most noticeable physical alteration with Brad. And kind of looks like John Schneider a little bit there. He's he's got the cut-off sleeve windbreaker, spitting the seeds.
It's a sharp look.
Yeah.
So the infield back to their regular depth, a double play in order here with 1 out. And this is Carlos Dominguez. Runner goes, and it's on the ground to short. Hernandez won't have a play at second. He goes to first, and the throw gets by Macabroda. It was a low throw. And taking second is Dominguez, and over to third is Reyes, and another costly error for the Baycats here in the 5th.
Yeah, that's going to be another Baycats error. They had no chance at the double play with Reyes in motion, so a smart move there. That eliminated any chance of a play at second, and what should have been an easy 6-3 put out at first results in a bad throw. Second Baycats error of the game. And things are going from bad to worse here for Juan Benitez. He hasn't had as much help from his teammates, but they've hit a couple of balls off him really hard.
You got to imagine Josh Matlow, who's not at field level, but watching from upstairs, not happy with the way his defense has played, especially in this inning. That's the second Baycats error in this inning. And that one in the dirt, first pitch to Pena. The 0-1. Big swing and miss from Pena. Still looking for his first home run on the season. That was a home run cut.
If you're Juan Benitez, you want to just take a deep breath here, try to keep your head in this game. Basically, he got the ground ball double play he needed, but with a runner in motion and the error.
There's a line drive into center field. It's going to get down. 1 run is in. Another one on the way. The throw is going to be cut off. And now into second, the tag is applied. With Pena trying to advance on the throw, and that's out number 2. I think Canisijo was coming in thinking that was out number 3, but Pena's out at second. The bases are clear, and Hamilton now up 7-0 here in the 5th.
Well, you mentioned Canisijo coming in, and again, that's just a little thing, but it's another one of these things that just kind of build up over time. You see a lot of just mental miscues, mistakes, of course, on top of the actual fielding errors, but guys coming in when it's only 2 outs in the inning. Definitely, leads one to believe that, some of these players just need to be a little bit mentally sharper when they're out there.
So Pena out at second, 8-3-6. And now Jaden Brown up for the third time. And he sees that one low. It's 1-1 after the appeal. Brown singled in the second, homered in the fourth. And since that home run, it's been the 4-run frame this inning that's really put the game a little bit more out of reach for Barrie. Outside, it's 2-1.
Baycats have had a couple of really ugly losses here at home in front of nice crowds. The London game was certainly one of them, and they don't want this to be another one of those days. And 7-0 now. Juan Benitez, you just need to stop the bleeding here as quickly as possible. Get your teammates back up there.
Foul back to the backstop, and not a good sight already for Benitez, seeing 10 hits on the board already for Hamilton.
A lot of baseball still to go, but it'll be gut check time for this team to see what they're capable of doing at the plate, down by 7 runs in the second half of this ball game. You know, you can certainly score 7 runs as quickly as you gave them up.
High fly ball on the left center field. Ejo back looking up, and it's gone. Second home run of the game for Jaden Brown, and it's a 9-0 Cardinal lead.
I don't know if we get a shot of the Cardinal dugout, but they are treating this like it's a CBL championship game. Everybody out of the dugout, and they were jumping and high-fiving as that ball sailed over the center field fence off the bat of Jaden Brown, his second round tripper of the game. And these Cardinals are fired up. The energy in that dugout right now is off the charts. Here comes Andrew White.
Yeah, I think I just saw Josh Matlow come down from upstairs too on his way to his office, and that's not a good sight. Benitez allows 3 home runs, 11 runs total, or 11 hits total, 8 runs, and that'll be it for him. Brady Encarnacion coming into the game, it looks like. We'll introduce him in just a moment here on Baycats TV. Eight 0 Cardinals here in the top of the 5th inning, and a new pitcher in the ball game for Barrie. It's right-hander Brady Encarnacion.
Brady Encarnacion in his first season with the Baycats, a right-handed rookie.
Face on Hel Guerrero first, number 9 hitter for Hamilton. It's the 8th batter the Cardinals have sent to the plate this inning. That one called a strike. It's 1-1. 11 hits allowed by Juan Benitez. 8 runs. Obviously, not all of them are going to be earned today. See 2 Baycats errors on the board, potentially 3. 1-1 is inside to Guerrero. Obviously, not the outcome the Baycats want with a nice crowd out in this Saturday afternoon. 2-1. Big swing and miss from Guerrero. But it goes to show just how powerful this Cardinals team is this year and how confident they're looking in the first half.
Yeah, I can't underscore enough the positive energy in that dugout right now. Everybody can see it and hear it. It's almost like an entire section of Hamilton fans. As for Brady Encarnacion, he's done a very effective job holding leads this season, but a different situation for him here now with an 8-0 deficit.
He's got a full count here to Guerrero, and it hits Guerrero on the foot. And 2-out base runner again for Hamilton will continue this inning to the 9th hitter of the inning is Tyler Duncan.
Well, the frustration continues. Got a new pitcher out there and a clean slate, bases empty, and you just need to get that third out and leave that 5 up on the board and try to forget about it. Get the bats up there and hope they can heat up, similar to what we saw last night in Toronto.
Yeah, it's almost kind of flipped on Barrie after last night's dominant win in Toronto.
There's a lot of time left.
First pitch to Duncan's a called strike.
Baycats are going to get 5 more innings to work with here, so.
Guerrero the lead at first. Duncan 0 for 3 so far. And he fouls that one to the screen. Duncan has reached in all 19 games he's played so far coming in today, him and Evan McGill being able to boast that statistic. And McGill, obviously the 2-run home run, he's been able to best it to 20 games. Nonetheless, a very impressive feat for Tyler Duncan this year. The 0-2 is outside.
Former home run derby champ.
2 times. I asked him pregame if he's expecting to be in this year's, and he said no one's reached out to him yet, but he feels like he kind of almost has to as a 2-time reigning champ.
Was he last year's winner?
Yeah,
so
and the year before.
Yeah, it would be a 3-peat for him.
The 1-2 on the ground, foul.
So Encarnacion with 15 strikeouts, 14 walks. The ERA at 3.94, and typically a 2-inning guy. That's the most that you'll probably get out of him today. It'll be interesting to see who would come in to finish the final 3 innings. If Encarnacion can get through the 5th and 6th here.
Yeah. Braden Packola not available today. He pitched the last 2 days. 1-2 is called strike 3 on Tyler Duncan. Encarnacion comes in, gets out of the frame, but not before a 5-run inning for the Hamilton Cardinals. And another huge home run for Jaden Brown to put the cherry on top. 8-0 Cardinal lead going into the bottom of the 5th.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from Fort Hunter Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Ben Davy and Julius Hern as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's brought to you by One-Eyed Jack Barrie. Bring your same-day Baycats tickets before or after a game and get 10% off your bill.
Baycats got some work to do here. Halfway through this ball game, it's an 8-0 Hamilton lead. And the team's first meeting of the season, Owen Boone, has got A much larger lead to work with after a 5-run fifth for his offense. It'll be Noah Hall to start things off for Barrie, followed by Hayden Jaco and Wandy Cyprian. Boone, first pitch to Hall is in the dirt.
I feel like I'm saying this an awful lot, but it's gut check time for this Baycats team. Time for them to show what they're made of. We know what this offense can do. A lot of baseball still to be played, and they can chip away at this 8-run deficit. It's not impossible.
Popped straight up on the infield. Boone vacates the mound, and it's going to be the third baseman, Rainey Reyes, making the catch on the mound for out number 1.
Well, Reyes really didn't need to come all the way over that far to catch the ball, and there were 4 Cardinals that converged on that. The Cardinals converged on that baseball the way the Seagulls have been converging on the field today. Owen Boone did the smart thing and just got out of the way, and Reyes called for it emphatically, so he ended up making the catch.
So Hayden Jaco will step in with 1 out. First pitch from his former teammates, a called strike.
You really don't want to waste any outs here. I know it's still early in the game, bottom of the 5th. You've got lots of opportunities to chip away at this deficit here, but you don't want to let Owen Boone burn through too many of your outs here in these middle innings.
Little poke out to right center field. It's going to be a tough play for Dominguez, and he makes a sliding grab.
Paced himself perfectly to that rapidly sinking fly ball and made a nice sliding catch.
Great defensive right fielder Carlos Dominguez takes away a hit from Hayden Jaco. And it's 2 down here for Wandy Cyprian.
And he kept that baseball on the left side of his body too, so just by positioning himself perfectly, took a great route to that ball and timed his slide beautifully.
First pitch to Cyprian's a called strike from Boone. Big swing and miss from Cyprian. He homered in yesterday's game in Toronto. It was a no-doubter to straightaway center field.
If Boone can get Cyprian, it'll be the Baycats' 3rd straight 3-up, 3-down inning. Hernandez singled to lead off the 3rd, but was caught stealing.
Boone working quickly, 0-2. Cut and a miss from Cyprian. Another 3-up, 3-down frame. 10 in a row retired by Owen Boone. We go to the 6th inning. It's an 8-0 Cardinal lead here in Barrie.
Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike's Up. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Come on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium with Ben Davy. I'm Julius Hern. Still an 8-0 lead here for the Hamilton Cardinals, who put up a big 5-spot in the 5th inning, and Barrie now on their 3rd pitcher of the ball game. It's right-hander Oscar Moretta.
And the Cardinals looking like a championship team today, no question about it. 8 runs. They absolutely tagged Juan Benitez. The defense behind him didn't help at all. Kind of surprised Brady Encarnacion would have such a short appearance here today. It's the 4th game in 4 days. And you might think in a game like this, middle innings, you want to get as much out of him as you can. But a quick hook and a quick change here for the Baycats.
Definitely a thought-provoking move from Andrew White, who's the acting manager today for the Baycats.
So Oscar Moretta will make his 12th appearance, all in relief. Comes in with no record and a 4.61 ERA, so a chance for him to whittle that down a little bit if he can get through some clean innings here.
Hasn't been used as much as of late when you compare him to someone like Braden Pacala or Brady Encarnacion. So a good opportunity for him to get a couple more innings under his belt if that's the plan for the next couple frames for Andrew White.
16 strikeouts, 10 walks for the 22-year-old Dominican.
High fly ball into left field. This one will stay in the yard. And it's Canisijo coming over into the gap to make the catch.
The Cardinals sent 9 to the plate in the 5th, and the Baycats just need some clean 3-up, 3-down innings here. And needless to say, the Bats have some work to do. Owen Boone has just been breezing through this Baycats lineup.
First baseman number 24, Darlin Herman.
Boone has retired 8 in a row since the single he gave up to Brandon Hernandez, who was promptly caught stealing. There really haven't been any positives to speak of for Barrie here today so far.
Darlin Herman, the first pitch to him, a breaking ball in for a strike. Herman 2 for 3 with an RBI, 2 runs scored today. And that RBI coming on a fifth inning double that kind of got everything started for the Cardinals in the last inning. He takes another strike from Moretta.
Well, we mentioned this is our first look at the Hamilton Cardinals this season. It took a while for the schedule to land on Hamilton for Barrie this year, but they kind of have a little bit of that swagger that the Welland Jackfish had last year.
Popped up, it's slicing foul and going to be well out of play.
I mean, you can see the talent that they have on the field, and the vibes in that dugout they just look like a playoff-ready team. And we know they can beat anybody. They've absolutely obliterated the London Majors. Big win over Welland last night.
Fly ball again. This one might stay in play. Slicing further right, and it just gets out by a few feet or so.
And cruise control over the Baycats here today. So I didn't check the record against Guelph, but they're absolutely having no trouble at all with the teams in the top of the standings.
Well, Hamilton has not had a 500 or a record above 500 since 2019. It's been quite a while for them to have the level of success they're having right now. They're 12-7, 2 games back of first. As another long drive. That's going to be well foul off the bat of Herman.
They're getting great crowds at home, too, and I think the fan base is just starving for some playoff success. And the Cardinals definitely seem poised to bring it here in 2026.
You could argue the team last year was better than the result in the semifinal was, only having 1 home game. As appeal down to first, no swing, says umpire Matthew Taylor.
A couple of umpires today that I don't think we've seen here in Barrie. Matthew Taylor, one of them, Harrison Young at third. Mike Guthrow, the veteran home plate umpire. We see him a lot here.
Yeah, first time for Matthew Taylor as that one's on the ground. A little tough play for Brandon Hernandez, but Herman not busting it down the line. He's out 6-3 for out number 2.
Yeah, Herman pretty much gave up on that one, and Hernandez saw that he had plenty of time, didn't try to do anything flashy.
Evan McGill.
See Francisco Hernandez watching from the gate, serving first of a 3-game suspension after a benches clearing incident last night in Toronto. Was hit by a pitch and then had a hard slide into the third on a stolen base attempt in which he was called out, and benches cleared after that. Some arguments. This is Evan McGill who takes the first pitch low and away.
I think if Moretta can get a 3-up, 3-down 6th here, the lineup the offense should respond to that positively and say, hey, we've got four innings to work with here. We're down by 8. You don't need to do it all in 1 inning. A couple runs here, a couple runs there. That's all you need. Chip away. And if Moretta can keep pitching the way we've seen here in this 6th inning, you get a couple more innings out of him maybe, and you got a chance to get back in this game and at least make it interesting.
It's 9-1-2 in the Barrie order due up in the bottom half of the 6th as Moretta gets that one just foul tip.
And we see that a lot where Hernandez kind of becomes the leadoff hitter to start an inning, and that's going to happen, as you mentioned. So
1-2 count on here on Evan McGill, who got the scoring started for Hamilton, a 2-run homer in the 3rd. Big pitch here for Moretta. It's on the ground foul.
This crowd is sticking around today, too, which is nice to see. Nice weather, beautiful day. Nobody's giving up despite the score, so hopefully the players see that and respond. Put a good effort out there in the second half of this game.
Moretta trying to instill some confidence in his team. If he can get a huge strikeout here, is the 1-2. A line shot right over his head into center field. Very lucky he was able to duck out of the way of that. And a 2-out base hit for Evan McGill.
Yeah, if you're Oscar Moretta, you're not thinking about making the catch there. You're just trying to get your head out of the way. That nearly took his head off. And he did the most important thing, and that was just getting out of the way of that baseball.
Third baseman, number 27.
Unfortunately, it split the middle infield and went into center field, so a 2-out hit for the Cardinals.
I'll bring up Rainey Reyes, who had an RBI single his last time. This will be pitch number 15 of the inning for Moretta already. A breaking ball in for a strike. Nobody up in the Barrie bullpen, so you got to imagine if Moretta has no more trouble in this frame, he might be able to get the 7th as well. Here's the 0-1. On the ground to short. Easy play for Hernandez. Flip to second. Is in time to end the inning. Scoreless frame for Oscar Moretta. Hands it over to the offense, who are in an 8-run hole here at Athletic Culture Stadium against the Hamilton Cardinals.
Hi, I'm Christy Fans from Hern and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
His 11th birthday here at the stadium. Thank you for celebrating with us at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Bottom of the 6th inning brought to you by Pure and Simple, the better breakfast brand located at 521 Bayfield Street, just minutes from the stadium.
With Ben Davy, I'm Julius Hern. Brandon Hernandez was the last base runner for this Baycats team all the way back in the 3rd inning as he led off that frame with a single, and he'll lead off things again for the Baycats in the 6th against Owen Boone, who has looked incredibly efficient so far in his first 5 innings.
I think the bottom of this 6th inning here will define this game for the Baycats. I'm calling it now because you just had Oscar Moretta. You know, he gave up the single, but he got 3 quick outs there to get the defense off the field, and now your lineup's got a chance to come up and respond, and we'll see if they can respond.
First pitch called strike.
If they can't, and it's another 3-up, 3-down inning, I think you've seen exactly all that you need to see from this Baycats team, at least today.
Boone with the 0-1. It's a drive into left field. That's going to be a tough play, and Pena won't have a shot. It's off the wall, and it's going to be a leadoff double for Brandon Hernandez. That's exactly what the Baycats need here in the 6th.
That is a great start. And now you follow that up with 2 of your best hitters, Canisijo and Noel McGarry-Doyle. And again, you don't need to do it all in one inning. Hit 2-3 runs here and then just keep chipping away at it. There's a lot of work to do down 8-0, but still a lot of at-bats to work with.
Barrie's had just 4 hits now in this game, along with 1 walk, and 2 of those hits thanks to Brandon Hernandez, the number 9 hitter. Ejo has one of them. He'll try and string another one together here to put Barrie on the board. 5 shutout innings so far for the reigning MVP, Owen Boone. First pitch to Ejo is up and it's high, and interesting matchup here. Seen it a couple times. Ejo with a single in the first, a strikeout in the third. The MVP frontrunner, arguably against the reigning MVP. Hernandez the lead at second. The 1-0 is away.
You may win this game, you may not, but I think the effort is what these fans here are looking for this afternoon. Certainly is what manager Josh Matlow is looking for in his office as he watches this game. And Andrew White, acting manager, would love to see his team respond big and battle back here and show everybody what we know this team is capable of.
Boone out of the stretch, the 2-0. Lifted, shallow center field. It's going to be a tough play for Tyler Duncan. He won't get there. On his way to third is Hernandez. He'll get there standing up. That's a clutch single there for Canisijo.
Well, we've seen Tyler Duncan make spectacular catches on shallow fly balls like that in the past. And that one he just decided to give up on. Decided to play no doubles and just let it drop. So here we go with the Baycats. They get the first 2 on, and this is exactly the way they needed this bottom of the 6th inning to begin.
You could argue Duncan maybe thinking 2 steps ahead there and knowing that with Hernandez holding up, he wasn't going to be able to score if that ball dropped. And now if there's a ground ball, if you're Hamilton, you're happy to exchange 2 outs for a run.
Absolutely.
But Ejo is a threat to run at first. He has the lead. Brandon Hernandez at third with Noel McGarry-Doyle, the league leader in batting average, up here. And he swings and misses at the first pitch.
These are 2 guys who can stay out of a double play, Canisijo and Noel McGarry-Doyle. So I would be surprised if we see that outcome here, a double play and a run scored from third. But
a long look in from Boone. Comes set. Here's the pitch. It's away.
It's one thing to know what your team is capable of. It's quite another to actually execute. And execution requires mental focus. And so that's an important component of what this Baycats team needs right here, right now, trailing by 8.
McGarry-Doyle 0 for 2 so far, but he came into this game with a .464 batting average to lead the league as he grounds that one the right side. Tough play. And the throw over to Boone is just in time to get a diving Noel McGarry-Doyle. A heads-up play there from Jaden Brown, the second baseman. Nonetheless, Barrie gets on the board as Hernandez comes in to score.
Yeah, really nice defensive play there by Jaden Brown. And I like the effort from McGarry-Doyle. You don't usually dive into first base, but it was a situation like that where he was just trying to get even an extra inch or two to see if he could beat that throw. And love the effort.
So it's an RBI ground out for for McGarry-Doyle. Ejo now at second base, and an 8-1 lead now for Hamilton.
You don't necessarily want to trade outs for runs at this point, but for Barrie, just getting on the board has to be a moral victory here.
Figueroa fouls that one out of play. It was a very tough play. You can see Darlin Herman, the first baseman, he kind of charged in on that one. It was a high hopper. And then kudos to Owen Boone, who got off the mound quickly and was able to get to first base in the nick of time to receive the putout. Ejo a dancing lead at second. The pickoff attempt is just not in time. Ejo diving back safely just ahead of the tag from Brendan Nickel.
So fortunate, because if Ejo had been caught off that base, I think heads would have exploded around here. Dancing around the bag. Pretty needless when you're down by 7 runs. And he almost got burned.
Just trying to get it ahead of Owen Boone and almost backfired on him.
No need for that in an 8-1 game.
He's dancing around with his lead still. Boone with the windup and the pitch, and a swing and a miss from Figueroa.
I mean, you can do that. You just can't get burned. And, that one base runner, you just can't afford to give up another out here. That's basically what it comes down to. You only got 11 outs to work with here now, so.
One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's an 0-2 count on Edgar Figueroa. RBI opportunity with Ejo at second. Boone, another disengagement. He fakes the throw, and that's his second disengagement of the plate appearance.
Brandon Nickel is doing a really nice job with those fakes, sneaking in behind the base runner, and it's opening up a little bit of room on the left side for Figueroa if he can go the opposite way with one. Hit one between third and short.
0-2 here to Figueroa. Pitch on the ground to first, and Herman will grab it, take it himself for out number 2. Ejo moves up to third.
First baseman number 20, Nolan McAbrota.
So relatively productive out there for Figueroa, moving a runner up, but it's up to McAbrota here to drive him in.
Yeah, I would call it productive under normal circumstances, but when you're down by 7, these outs are so important now. I'm not sure it is productive. Very important to get that runner in from third now.
First pitch to McAbrota is a swing and a miss. See Connor Corey, a right-hander, warming up in the Cardinal bullpen. Boone came into this inning at just 62 pitches, now 12 in. He's at 74. And McAbrota fouls it away.
Yeah, he's basically, 12, 13 pitches per inning?
Yeah.
If you do the math on that, so.
You got to imagine the average is about 16 to 18. Oh-2 from Boone. Fly ball, slicing toward foul territory on the left side, and Yoki Pena won't have a play as it bounced up against the fence and foul ground.
Yeah, he was shifted over just a little too far. The left-hander, Macabrota, at the plate. That was a right-handed hitter. He might have been over far enough to make a play on that. I think if the Baycats can get the second run, I mean, you do the math, what you need here is 2 runs an inning. If your pitching is perfect from this point on, which is a lot to ask.
Out of the windup, the 0-2 from Boone is up and away. Even though Boone is pitching efficiently in this game, Hamilton also has the day off tomorrow, so they have the ability to use as much of their bullpen as they like. It's at manager Luis Bernardo's discretion here. Boone with the 1-2 on Macabrota, swing and a miss. Macabrota throws his bat back to the dugout in frustration. Boone shuts the Baycats down. Does allow 1 run. It's a 7-run lead for the Cardinals as we head to the 7th. Ben Davy back on the mic to call the rest of this one for you here on Baycats TV.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. At Park Place, the latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
What makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. A little quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard. In Brantford, the Red Sox getting a one-run victory over the Panthers this afternoon, a 4-3 win there. Chatham-Kent and Jackfish in Welland about to get underway in about 15 minutes or so, and later this evening as well, Guelph hosts Toronto. For the rest of this one, Mr. Ben Davy.
Thank you, Julius. We are at Athletic Culture Stadium in Springwater on a sweltering hot Saturday afternoon, and the Cardinals are sweltering hot today. Looking to add to their win streak and in great position to do so. 8-1 over Barrie as they come to the plate here in the 7th inning. This is Carlos Dominguez.
Well, you mentioned in the open that this Cardinals team is as hot as the weather, and at this rate it doesn't seem like they're going to cool down anytime soon at all, as long as this weather is like this.
Pitches inside from Oscar Moretta. Moretta, the third Baycat pitcher in this game. The right-hander deals, and he tried to check his swing. He couldn't. It's a strike. 8 runs, 12 hits for the Cardinals today. 1 run, just 5 hits for the Baycats. 2 errors. Numerous mental miscues as well. Have all been a part of this unraveling against the Cardinals. Coming off a big 13-2 win in Toronto last night. Much different outcomes so far here in this one against the hot Hamilton Cardinals. 8-1. Here's the pitch. It's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dominguez.
When you look at the Baycats and their record at home, it's not nearly as good as their record on the road. Just 6-4 at home this year, 9-3 on the road.
2-2, off speed, curveball, and it stays up in the zone. 3-2 now. Well, that's a good point, and the splits on that are usually the opposite. And the Baycats historically, at least in the last few years, have always had a much better record here at home. 3-2 off speed, and just getting a piece of it is Dominguez to stay alive.
And you look at the Cardinals, their home road splits, 8-3 at home, 4-4 on the road coming in today. So definitely a change of pace when you compare them to the Baycats so far this year.
3-2 pitch, and it's on the ground, foul.
That might come back.
It does!
No, not quite.
Well, it straddled the line.
Home plate umpire Mike Gruthrow making the call on that one, and a heads-up play from both Dominguez and Macabrota to kind of keep their eye on that one.
So it'll be a 3-2 here from Oscar Moretta. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike 3, and Dominguez dropped the bat, leapt off of his feet. Not happy with that call.
Even left his bat in the circle around home plate. Didn't even, just walked right past it after he tossed it. He thought he had ball 4.
He'll let his teammate Yolki Pena pick that up.
Yeah, that's one of the most emphatic reactions I've seen to a strikeout all year.
Well, he didn't argue, but he just clearly reacted in anger and frustration. So here's Yolki Pena, swing and a miss. Pena today has reached base twice, 2 singles.
He tried to stretch his last single into a double, or advancing on the throw at least from center field, and heads-up play from Nolan Macabrota to get him out.
To third, Hull. Off-balance throw, it's low, and it bounces up to Macabrota. Well, that was one that Hull had to hurry on. He had no option. Made an off-balance throw, and it was just in the dirt, bounced up to Macabrota.
Yeah, that's going to be scored an infield hit, and I think that's the right call there. It's going to be a tough play no matter what there for Noah Hall. And as much as he's had a couple low throws this afternoon, some of those hits have there kind of been a long way to go for him to his right, like that one.
Here's a guy who probably isn't going to see a whole lot to hit here. Jaden Brown, 2 home runs today. He's reached base all 3 times. First pitch way off the plate. Last thing you want to do is give up another 2-run bomb here and turn this into a 10-1 lead.
Well, both those home runs coming off of Juan Benitez, so it may be a little bit of a different approach from him and from Moreta against him.
Another pitch way outside, 2-0. Angel Guerrero, the number 9 hitter on deck. He's 0 for 2 today.
I think something notable from Moreta this season, yet to allow a home run.
Kick in the delivery, and he comes over the plate with a strike. 2-1.
Just one of a few Baycats pitchers that can boast that statistic. I mentioned earlier 21 home runs allowed by the Baycats as a pitching staff. That's not nearly the most in the league. I think Chatham Kent has 40 coming into today.
Two-one on the way from Oscar Moreta. Kicks, delivers, and it's in the dirt.
Yeah, I think you're right when Brown was coming up, and Moreta not really giving him a whole lot to offer at. A lot of these breaking pitches have been well outside.
He's only given him 1 hittable pitch in this at-bat, and Brown was taking all the way. So we outguessed him there. Let's see what he gets on a 3-1. Runner goes, swing and a miss, the throw down, and it's off the glove of Jaco and into center field.
That's Brendan Daly, it looks like, now playing second base.
Yeah, you're right. So a defensive change there that we just picked up on. Daly at second for Hayden Jaco.
That was a good throw by Cyprian. Daly just couldn't pick it. You know, it was definitely, if he was able to snag that one, that would have been a bang-bang play with Pena sliding in feet first.
Three-two coming up from Moreta. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. They get Jaden Brown swinging. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Oscar Moreta. Here's Angel Guerrero.
Designated hitter number 89, Angel Guerrero.
Angel Guerrero was hit by a pitch. He's grounded out and struck out. Runner at second. Called strike.
Yeah. Seems like that first pitch curveball is really working here for Moreta. Not a whole lot of offers on the first pitch either, but if he's able to place it the way he has been, it's been very impressive.
Just 2 hits off Moreta so far since coming on in relief of Brady Encarnacion, and no one has gotten closer than second. One, and it's called strike 2.
Nice fastball up in the zone. Guerrero wasn't expecting a fastball, nonetheless one that was that high, but well-placed pitch.
No action in the Baycat bullpen. Cardinals have a right-hander throwing.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see
Connor Corey.
how far they're able to stretch Owen Boone today. He's worked 6 so far.
Yeah, and Boone only at 78 pitches, too, so the question is if he gets the 7th.
He's pitched very effectively, just 5 hits. Big pitch coming up here. It's the 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Oh, he got a piece. No, he did not.
The pitch hit him, but he swung through.
So that'll do it. Moreta gets the Baycats off the field. It's 8-1 Hamilton as we go to the 7th inning stretch. You're watching Baycats TV, Rogers TV in Barrie, and Cable 14 in Hamilton.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. It's the 7th inning, and it's brought to you by Wild Wing Barrie. Go ahead, Baycats, get wild.
And having thrown just 78 pitches, Owen Boone will get at least a 7th inning of work here for manager Luis Bernardo. And the Baycats with some work to do, trailing by 7. They'll send up Clayton Keys, Noah Hall, and Brendan Daly.
It's been an incredibly efficient outing for Owen Boone. He's allowed 5 hits. He's only walked 1. He's struck out 6.
Well, the bottom of the 6th looked promising for the Baycats when Brandon Hernandez led off with a double, and then Canicejo brought him home with a single, but Noel McGarry, actually he scored on Noel McGarry Doyle's ground out, and then Figueroa and Macabrota went down to end the threat. Well, the Baycats got the first 2 runners aboard in the bottom of the 6th. Let's see what they can do here in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Clayton Keys.
Pardon me, that's 7 strikeouts for Owen Boone, which matches his total from his last start, which was an 8-inning shutout win in London on the 28th. Season high is 10.
Everybody clap your hands.
Middle of the order here has struggled for the Baycats. Figueroa 0 for 3, Macabrota 0 for 2, Keys 0 for 2. Noah Hull has a single, but then Hayden Jaco went 0 for 2, and Wandy Cyprian went 0 for 2. So you can't have that many 0-fers in your lineup and win a game. And the Baycats find themselves down by 7 here. Just 5 hits this afternoon off Owen Boone. 2-1 pitch, and it's driven to left field, and there's a base hit. So Clayton Keys is aboard for the first time today.
Yeah, you perfectly split that gap in the left center field. That's kind of the hit we saw from Brandon Hernandez to lead off the last inning. And the Baycats did get a run in that frame despite only sending 5 to the plate, so we'll see what they can do with a similar start this time around against Boone.
So runner in scoring position, Keys at second. Here's Noah Hull.
Connor Corey's still warming up in that Cardinal bullpen, so we'll see how long the leash is here on Owen Boone. 82 pitches now.
Here's the pitch, and it's up in the zone. Owen Boone, an 11-year CBL veteran. Guy who can go 100 or close to 100 most days if you need it. He's got 83 pitches today. 1-0 on the way. And that's a called strike.
Right now, he's 7 1/3 innings away from 500 in the league in his career.
A remarkable achievement.
So that would be a milestone to watch out for in his next start.
That'll be a baseball that he'll want for sure. 1-1 coming up. And it's down in the zone. 2-1 to Noah Hull. Hull today with a single and a pop-out. Baycats down by 7. We're in the 7th. A right-hander throwing in the Barrie bullpen now. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off.
And that right-hander is Brad Grieveson, who pitched last night as well. pitched 2 innings to close out the win in Toronto.
When was the last time Brad Grieveson pitched 2 games back-to-back?
Yeah.
It's been a while. Well, they might need him today. 4 games in 4 days. Not a whole lot of rested arms down there. 2-2 coming up from Owen Boone. Kicks, delivers, runner goes, and it's fouled away. So nice job by Hull to protect the runner. What's the thinking sending Clayton Keys on that pitch, I wonder?
Could have been a hit-and-run play.
Yeah. Run the risk of getting thrown out at third, though. You've seen what McGill has done behind the plate. Some good, strong throws. This one fouled back. A lot of confidence in Hull protecting that runner.
Well, the thought is if you send Keys, it brings Nickel a bit further to the third base side. Is shaded fairly up the middle, and that gives Noah Hull at least a little bit bigger of a hole to go up the middle with potentially a base hit.
Boone watching him carefully. Now he deals the 2-2, and it's a high fly ball to center field. It's going to hang up there for Tyler Duncan. Makes the catch. Runner will tag. Keys gets 90 feet, but it costs them an out.
Starting to rain a little bit here at the ballpark. The umbrella's coming out now for a different reason.
Had the towel covering the right side of my face. I don't need it now. I might need it to stay dry.
Yeah.
What a turn of events as far as the weather goes.
Yeah.
See if the Baycats can create a turn of events with this score. That's what we really want to see today.
Yeah.
They're running out of outs, though. 1 out in the 7th. Here's the man from down under, Brendan Daly.
A former Hamilton Cardinal, as is Clayton Keys, and his first at-bat against his former team for Brendan Daly. Was previously more of a call-up player with the Cardinals in his time over there.
1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Last thing we want is a rain delay with an 8-1 deficit. It's coming down, wow. Out of nowhere, look at this. And scorching hot sun about 10 minutes ago, swing and a miss by Daly. Do you feel like hanging around the ballpark 90 minutes and a rain delay down by 7 runs? No, I don't think anybody does. Obviously, this game would be official, but, oh boy. Just like that, we might end up with a delay here. We'll see how long the umpires let them go. Everybody getting drenched. 2-2 on the way from Boone. Here it comes, called strike 3. 2 outs in the inning.
Well, also the thing is, too, if let's say a rain delay ends up having to end this game, it would likely be a complete game for Owen Boone.
Yep, officially that's what it would be if the game doesn't get resumed. It is official in terms of duration. Hopefully this is just a passing shower, and hopefully the game can continue without interruption. We'll see how long the umpires let it go here.
Well, this field does drain very well. And there was some new sod put in about a couple weeks ago. If you notice some of the dry spots around the edges. So have that in our favor.
A pop-up, shallow center field. Catch is made by Duncan in the rain. That'll do it. Baycats strand a leadoff double. We played 7. It's 8-1 Cardinals. You're watching Rogers TV in Barrie, Baycats TV on YouTube, and Cable 14 in Hamilton.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Top of the 8th inning, and the Baycats will hand the ball to right-handed veteran Brad Grieveson.
And Brad Grieveson pitched 2 innings in last night's win in Toronto, allowed 2 runs, kind of garbage time runs, so to speak, with coming in with the Baycats up by 13. So seems like another inning-eating outing for him here, starting out the top of the 8th.
The bearded right-hander kicks and deals, and it's a first pitch strike.
Yeah.
Tyler Duncan to the plate.
Grieveson entering with a 7.71 ERA in his 4 relief appearances this year. That's through 7 innings. He struck out 6 and walked 2 with a whip just over 1.5.
Has bookend championship rings with the Barrie Baycats, 2005 and 2024. Their first and their most recent. Along with manager Josh Matlow. Try to keep this a 7-run game and turn it over to the offense, who will have 2 more innings to work with here. It has been all Hamilton here today. Nothing has cooled this Cardinal team off. Maybe the rain will.
Well, a lot of the fans went and tried to take shelter near the gate, and they're kind of just huddling at the gate, still watching the game, which is nice to see.
Swing and a miss by Duncan. And Grieveson comes into the game and promptly retires. Tyler Duncan on strikes, 1 away.
Well, that looks like it's going to put an end to Tyler Duncan's 19-game on-base streak, which started at the very beginning of the season. He's gone 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts.
We had a very quick downpour. It was torrential for a couple of minutes, and this one rocked to left field. McGarry Doyle back, makes the catch on the warning track. A hard hit ball by Brandon Nickel. 2 quick outs for Brad Grieveson. One thing these Cardinals know against Grieveson, they're going to see a lot of strikes. You better go up there swinging. He doesn't nibble the corners of the plate at all. He comes right at you.
Yeah, it's all about throwing strikes for him. It's never really been solely about the velocity. As long as he can locate, then that's where he's dangerous.
And a first pitch strike to Darlin Herman. Oh, 1 pitch. Just missed off the plate.
You got to imagine for his teammates to see him come out a second day in a row. And it's been a long time since Grieveson's pitched on back-to-back days. If he can get 3 up, 3 down in this inning, that's got to spark something.
Another hard hit ball. This one sharply foul.
Especially if he can come out and retire the top of the order in order.
Was talking to catcher Tyler Plumpton about his mop-up performance when he came on and had a clean 3 up, 3 down 9th when the Baycats were being blown out by the London Majors here a couple weekends ago. And he definitely enjoyed it, and his teammates did. It was the one lone bright spot that day.
And Plumpton hasn't gotten into as many games as he did last year.
2-2 pitches just off the plate. A lot of that has to do with his work schedule and works a lot of hours, and he told me he has to be on call a lot of the time too. So
Yeah,
it's
he's
a very unpredictable type of work that he does.
Absolutely.
A pop-up, and it's on the right side. Macabroda might have a chance near the fence. Yep, he takes it for the out. A 3-up, 3-down, 8th for Brad Gravison, and the Baycats are off the field. They trail by 7. We go to the bottom of the 8th here at Athletic Culture Stadium in Springwater.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. It's the 8th inning, and it's brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Brandon Hernandez will lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Baycats, and he will face the second Hamilton Cardinal pitcher of the afternoon as Luis Bernardo goes to the bullpen for the first time today.
It's Logan Workington making just his 5th appearance of the year. 2.25 ERA, no record yet. He's only pitched 4 innings so far, and we saw Connor Corey warming up as well.
And it's a base hit to left field, so Brandon Hernandez leads off the 8th the same way he led off the 6th. Getting on board, he hit a double that inning, and the Baycats were only able to score 1 run in that 6th. Let's see if they can produce a little more output here in this 8th.
The brightest spot for the Baycats so far today, Hernandez has led off 3 innings, and he's gotten a hit each time. Back in the 3rd, then a double in the 6th. He later scored, and then the 8th. Meanwhile, as for Workington, we saw Connor Corey warming up in the Cardinal bullpen as well, a right-hander, but Workington hasn't pitched since June 20th, so with a 7-run lead, a good idea for Bernardo to get his arm in the mix.
Fouled off behind us. A lot of wet baseball jerseys and T-shirts around the ballpark right now. Everybody got a good drenching.
Yeah, it's still coming down.
Dual-purpose umbrellas, shade and rain today. Years ago, we had a car wash sponsor here that would offer a free car wash. It was one of the between-inning promotions. Well, everybody got a free car wash today. That was always one of the more exciting moments of the game.
Yeah.
Who got the free car wash?
Absolutely.
Actually, it was for the dirtiest car in the parking lot, too, so somebody had the job of going out and trying to find the dirtiest car, and then that was the license plate that won the car wash. So it was a fun giveaway. Wouldn't need it today, though. 8-1 Hamilton. Workington's pitch. On the ground to 3rd. Reyes to second for one, to first. Not in time. Some good speed by Canisijo to stay out of the double play. Hernandez retired.
Left fielder number 95, Noel.
Here's Noel McGarry Doyle.
Now the question is here, you're down by 7. How aggressive is Canisijo going to be, especially with a lefty on the mound here? How aggressive is he going to be to try and get something going? The Baycats only have 5 outs to work with.
Yeah, it's an interesting dilemma because you're right. You're down to your last 5 outs here, but something needs to happen for this team. Haven't scored since the 6th inning when Hernandez doubled and Ijo singled to follow that up. Looked like it had the potential start for a big inning for the Baycats, but they could only get 1 run across. Just underscores the effective pitching of Owen Boone yet again. 7 hits for the Baycats today. 0-2, 1 out in the inning. Pitch on the way. And it's lined to second, and it squirts in and out of the bare hand of the second baseman. So the out is recorded. Jaden Brown at second. Just had a little bit of trouble gripping that baseball to try to double off Canisijo.
Yeah, the ball's a little tad bit slippery due to the rain, which is still coming down, and umpires ruling that came out on the transfer, so the out still recorded on a line out there from McGarry Doyle.
We've got all the ingredients for a really nice rainbow here. We'll see if we see one with the sun and the rain out now together.
Usually it comes out more towards the left side from our view towards the Cardinal bullpen.
Edgar Figueroa, 0 for 3. Runner leads at first. That's Canisijo. Swing and a miss. Not a good swing from Figueroa. He's behind now, 0-2. Pitch on the way. And it goes to the screen. Up 90 feet goes Canisijo.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild pitch to Workington, and another case of the ball being a little bit slippery. A lot of new baseballs having to be transferred over to home plate umpire Mike Guthrow.
Well, barring a comeback of epic proportions, the Baycats will try to erase this from their memory quickly. They'll have to wait until Thursday to do so when the defending champion Welland Jackfish come to town, and the Baycats have not lost to Welland yet this season. This one right back to the mound. Workington all kinds of time. And he makes the easy out, and that will do it for Barrie in the 8th. Top of the 9th we go. 8-1 Cardinals on Baycats TV, Rogers TV in Barrie, and Cable 14 in Hamilton.
Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round. Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
What makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Number 18, Evan McGill.
Ninth inning, Evan McGill to the plate. It's 8-1 Cardinals. And Brad Grieveson out for his second inning of work after a 3-up, 3-down eighth. And it's a line drive to center field for a base hit.
Well, the rain really coming down again now, and that ball off the bat of McGill looked much harder hit than it looked like it was when it traveled out to center field. So you could argue maybe the rain slowing things down with the ball traveling in midair. That's something to take note of here for the rest of this ball game should we get this last inning in.
Yeah, the cloud cover has kind of been hit and miss today. There is a little bit of open sky down the right field line, and hard to say when this rain is going to taper off, but I think everybody just wants to finish it at this point. Last thing you want is a lengthy delay with an 8-1 score.
Well, you can start to see a little bit of pooling, not necessarily pooling, but like you can really see the moisture build up on the baseline just right of home plate at my first base, right there. You can really start to see it build up, a bit mucky there. But no other real spots like that on the infield.
1-0 the count to Rennie Reyes. And he lifts this one to right field. And Figueroa on the line makes the catch. One away in the ninth. Here comes Carlos Dominguez. That mound very wet. You can see Brad Grieveson calling for a popsicle stick there to try to get the mud out of his cleats.
Number 30, Carlos Dominguez.
I'm surprised you see a couple other ballparks have the kind of plate behind the mound where you can kick off the muck out of your spikes. And,
yeah.
I don't believe this ballpark has one.
I don't think so.
I don't see it on the back of the mound there, so it necessitates the delay like this. And producer Brian Backland says usually this ballpark should have one.
Looks like a plastic or metal device of some sort. It might be a bullpen tarp. I'm not sure, but a lot of pitchers will use like a tongue depressor or a popsicle stick just to keep the dirt out of the cleats. And you're right, most of the outdoor major league parks have them.
Yeah, or even like a metal shoehorn or something. Just something with the edge to get in and pry out that, the stuck clay or dirt, whatever it is.
Yeah, that mud not only builds up between the cleats, but then it can harden quickly too. So looks like Brad's shoes are taken care of, and we're ready here for Carlos Dominguez with one out in the ninth. Runner on, that's McGill. First pitch strike to Dominguez. A water bottle was on the field. Grieveson throws it off. Not often you see a water bottle out there. Here's the pitch, and it's hitting the right field. Base hit. Dominguez is aboard. McGill will stop at second.
We see that ball rolling into right field, and the wet grass really slowing it down. Edgar Figueroa really had to come in to pick that ball up, and he had to barehand it as well.
Left fielder number 12, Yoki Pena.
This game's still less than 2.5 hours. That's a good indicator for you as to how efficient Boone was today on the mound for Hamilton.
It's a rare occurrence. Sub 2.5 hour game.
In an 8-1 score, for sure. Swing and a miss. This is Yolki Pena.
Yeah, a bit of an abbreviated swing there from Pena. Didn't look like a comfortable follow through either on that first pitch.
Pena's had a productive day at the plate. 3 for 4 with 3 singles.
Yeah, stole a base as well back in the 7th.
This Cardinals team is establishing itself as a definite threat, if not a powerhouse. This one gets away. Runner stays put. Clearly they can beat any team in this league.
I think the exciting part for Baycats fans after seeing what looks to be a blowout loss, there's still 5 more contests between these two teams for the rest of the year. That's just the first meeting between these two, and we're already in July.
That may not be good news for the Baycats. Swing and a miss.
Either way, it makes for exciting play.
Sure does. Baycats had dropped their first couple of games against Guelph before getting a win here against them on Thursday night. Here's the pitch, and it's down low. You have to think you're going to see one of these teams in the second round. Hamilton, Welland, London, Guelph, one of those teams. So you better have some success against them in the regular season so you're ready. 3-2 on the way, on the ground. And it's the first. Macabrota goes to short. They get one back to Grieveson. Double play! So the Baycats are off the field in the top of the 9th inning. They trail by 7 when we return. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you in the dark.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. It's the last chance for the Barrie Baycats, and the inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Well, a little bit of a break in the action here while the mound gets a complete overhaul prior to this bottom of the 9th inning, so that'll drag out this finish a little bit longer. Cardinals go to the bullpen, and some fresh dirt being poured out there on the mound, so it's going to take a few minutes here to get everything all cleaned up and ready to go.
Well, nonetheless, it's a new pitcher in the ball game here for Hamilton. And from one Manitoban to another, this one Connor Corey making his 7th appearance of the year. He enters with a 1-1 record, a 5.4 ERA. Also has not pitched since June 20th, so with the freedom of not having to play tomorrow, Luis Bernardo taking advantage and giving some deeper parts of the bullpen some action. I mean, there is another right-hander throwing as well, but this will be Connor Corey's game to finish, it looks like.
And it'll be Manitoba versus Saskatchewan, a interprovincial battle as Nolan Macabrota will come to the plate to lead it off for the Baycats. A pair of strikeouts in his last 2 plate appearances. So Macabrota 0 for 2 today with a walk.
At bat for the Baycats, the first baseman number 20.
Danny Garcia is warming up for Hamilton if need be. But with Barrie down to the final 3 outs, looks like it'll be Connor Corey's mission to finish this one out.
Tall right-hander, kicks, delivers, and it's a first pitch strike. A little bit of a resemblance to Craig Kimbrell out there on the mound with the beard. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Different delivery.
Yeah, because Craig Kimbrell, he kind of waggles the ball in front of him as he looks in. It's
got that dangling arm, yeah.
Iconic.
Almost trying to hypnotize the hitter at the plate, but just the facial appearance looks a lot like Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Body type 2. And a long foul ball into the Barrie bullpen, which is quiet right now. Baycats just trying to stretch out this bottom of the 9th here and keep the fans here a little bit longer to enjoy this afternoon of baseball. Here comes the pitch. Lifted high in the air to left field. And running in to make the catch is Yolki Pena. 1 away.
Designated hitter number 23.
This telecast is presented by the authority of the Canadian Baseball League and the Barrie Baycats. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent, and a rebroadcast, reproduction, or retransmission in any form is strictly prohibited.
And we thank our viewers in Hamilton for watching this broadcast today on Cable 14. Always a pleasure to have you along. The Baycats play the Cardinals here in Barrie.
I've worked a couple games with Cable 14 last year, and they were very accommodating.
We enjoy their broadcasts enormously. 0-1 the count to Clayton Keys. Taking all the way, it's a called strike. Noah Hull on deck. Just 7 hits this afternoon for the Baycats. A run which came in the 6th inning. That is it. Outstanding pitching today by Owen Boone, Logan Workington, and now Connor Corey on in relief.
Everybody clap your hands.
This crowd down to about probably 10% of what we had when the game began nearly 3 hours ago. This one right up the middle, off the mound. And it's over the shortstop into left field. Clayton Keys aboard with a single.
Well, that one was poised to be a base hit up the middle, but I'm not sure if it's due to the reworking of the mound ahead at the start of this half inning, but that might have been the highest ricochet I've ever seen off of a mound on a batted ball.
That ball came awful close to the shortstop, Brandon Nickel, and if Keys wasn't running, Nickel might have had a play.
Yeah, I don't even think that one hit the rubber. I think that was all dirt.
Yeah, it was kind of the left side of the mound. It wasn't in the center where the actual pitching rubber is, so. So 1 on, 1 out. Here's Noah Hull. Defense shifted slightly to the right. A lot of room down that third base line if Hull can go opposite way with it.
Yeah, they shade Hull up the middle on that left side.
On the ground. Could be 2. Herman will take the easy out at first. That'll do it. Runner at second, 2 away. Keys to second, and now Brendan Daly will try to avoid being the final batter of the day.
Yeah, I know Daly was excited to play his former team for the first time, and it just hasn't gone in the Baycats' favor. Just 8 hits as a team, 3 of those coming from Brandon Hernandez in the number 9 spot.
Well, you can criticize the Baycats all you want for the lack of offensive output today, but you got to give an enormous amount of credit to veteran pitcher Owen Boone for doing what he's become known for doing over his 11 seasons in the CBL. Efficient pitching, just mowing through this Baycat lineup. And it's an 0-2 count quickly here to Daly.
Yeah, 7 innings, he allows just 1 earned run. And I think with that performance, he'll take the lead among qualified pitchers in ERA. Yeah, 10 strikeouts for Boone, which matches a season high.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cardinals with this win will draw to within a half a game of the Barrie Baycats. Oh, 2. Lazy fly ball to right. And the catch is made. Carlos Dominguez with the 3rd out of the game, and it's 6 in a row for the Hamilton Cardinals and an 8-1 win over the Baycats here this afternoon.
Well, Ben, you said it earlier, in this Hamilton Cardinals team, the way they've started this year and the way they play today really kind of cements them as a championship contender. They're playing sound defense. The offense was on point today, 15 hits, including 2 home runs by Jaden Brown. And a 5-run 5th inning that really pushed this game out of reach for the Baycats, who were shut down the rest of the way, and especially by Owen Boone, who had a fantastic start, a season-high 10 strikeouts.
So the Baycats go 2-2 over their 4 games in 4 days, and they'll get a little bit of a chance to rest before the defending champion Welland Jackfish come here on Thursday night. Hope you can join us here at the ballpark at Athletic Culture Stadium. Tickets available now at BarrieBaycats.com. If you can't make it to the game, of course, Julius and I will have the call for you right here on Baycats TV. Final today, Cardinals 8, Baycats 1. For Julius Hern, I'm Ben Davy. Good evening from the ballpark in Springwater.